Yeah, man. Snacks on Sports. I'm back with another one, man. You feel me? We got Monday Night Football on right now. The boy, the boy, the boy Bill Belichick just went on ahead and pulled your boy Mac Jones up out of there, huh? And put Zappy up in there. Ever since Zappy been up in there, man, they've been scoring touchdown after touchdown. So, man, I kind of feel for Mac Jones with that one. Not that I feel for him as far as like feel sorry for him, because it's pro sports. You know what I'm saying? But he is still a young player, man, and to just he threw an interception, man, and just off that one interception. I mean, it's his first game back. You know what I'm saying? After missing a few weeks from being hurt, it's his first game back. And he was the starter. He's been the starter the past year and a half since his rookie year last year. So it's just kind of like, damn, to just. And the thing is, his replacement Zappy is 2-0 as a starter the past 2 weeks. You know what I mean? And so he probably was on a short leash. Like, look, I'm gonna put you back in, my nigga. But if you fuck up, I'm going back to this other young cat. You know what I'm saying? Zappy. And so from that perspective, I know Mac Jones. Damn, I throw one bad pass and lose my damn job. But Bill Belichick is cutthroat like that, man. That's how Tom Brady got. You know what I mean? That's how Tom Brady became the starter. You feel me? So I'm watching that, and then I'm watching the Grizzlies against the Nets, Memphis Grizzlies against the Brooklyn Nets. You feel me? NBA basketball. So it's a great time of year, man. It's gonna be something on to watch every night for the next 3-4 months. You feel me? But yeah. Snax on Sports, man. I'm back with another one. I want to talk about this Green Bay Packers, man, and this motherfucking Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't know how long this live gonna be because I don't know everything that I'm gonna say. I just know kind of my opinion on it, and just what I mean. We just go from there. Sometimes when I do these shows, I may write some shit down and have little pointers and shit. Other times, you know what I mean? I just come and I wing it. Most of the time, I just wing it. But I do need to kind of get back to writing shit down, you know what I mean? To make sure I go over every point that I want to make, you know what I mean? And don't miss out on nothing. And just another way to just be prepared. You feel me? But yeah, man. Hey, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man. They lost yesterday, man, to the Carolina Panthers. Without Baker Mayfield. That's pretty bad, man. And so they fell to 3-4. They didn't even score a fucking touchdown. And the Green Bay Packers, their offense looked a little bit better, but still don't look a little bit better than they looked a little bit better overall than what it had been, and it looked a little bit better, and obviously it looked better than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense. At least Green Bay scored a touchdown or two, their offense, but they lost yesterday to the Washington Commanders after having a lead. Their defense did score one of their touchdowns, but so both teams fall to 3-4, and are nowhere near out of it. But it's weird because it's like these are both teams that have legendary quarterbacks that just by having those quarterbacks, you basically pencil them in to the playoffs every year. You know what I mean? May not win the Super Bowl if you're Tom Brady. You might win it, once out of every 3 years. So, but still, that's not every year. So they may not win a Super Bowl every year or get to the Super Bowl or whatever. But if you got Tom Brady running your offense, and if you got Aaron Rodgers running your offense, you can basically pencil them in for a playoff berth, a playoff appearance. And this year, almost halfway through the season, I don't know that, I don't know that's so just what's the word? I don't know that is so sure. It's like such a sure thing. Now, Tampa Bay might be in a little bit of a better position just because they still tied, even after losing 2 games in a row and 3 out of their last 4. Let me see, they're 3-4. Yeah, they still, after losing 2 in a row and 3 out of their last 4. I was trying to think if they lost 3 in a row, but they started out 2-0, then they lost 1, and then they won their 4th game, and then they lost ever since. So they was 3-1, and now they're 3. So yeah, they actually have lost 3 games in a row. They were 3-1, and they've lost 3 games in a row. So now they're 3-4. So yeah, after losing 3 games in a row, and 4 out of their last 5, actually, they're still tied for first place in their division. So, the the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are still tied for first. Their division is that tells you right there the division is not that good. So it's not over by no means, by no stretch of the imagination for the Buccaneers, because the New Orleans Saints, they don't have a quarterback. So if Jameis Winston wasn't so injury and turnover prone, then they would have a quarterback, because he can be a solid quarterback, but he turned the ball over too much, and he's never available. So, like I said, they don't have a quarterback. The Atlanta Falcons, they're not a very good team. You know what I mean? They're gonna be up and down just because they kind of don't have a quarterback. I don't want to just disrespect Marcus Mariota like that, because he's a serviceable quarterback, but he's not the type of quarterback that you're going to just win games with. So, I mean, you may win a game or 2, but you're not going to, you can't just pencil it in that a Marcus Mariota-led team is going to be in the playoffs every year type shit. That's what I mean. So, so that's New Orleans, that's Atlanta. And then who else over there? Carolina. Carolina's not a very good team. So just by default, Tampa Bay is, because they got 10 games left, bro. So you got to think that, they lost to Carolina. I can't remember if that was because they're in the same division. So I can't remember if they had already played Carolina this year already. If so, they don't play them no more. But if not, they'll play Carolina again. Now, the way Tampa Bay is playing right now, their offense and the whole team, the defense as well, ain't nothing guaranteed right now, because they're just not playing well. You know what I'm saying? So you can't guarantee that, they playing up against this team. So, but what I was gonna say is that, like I said, it's slipping my mind if they have played the Carolina Panthers twice already. Like that was their second time playing against them this year because they're in the same division. But if not, that means they will play them again. And I'm sorry. I'm never going to count Tom Brady out until he's out. You know what I mean? So I'm going to bank on the next time that they play the Carolina Panthers, that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to win because there's a better team, you know, and they got Tom Brady. So, and I'm just banking on, you know, Tom Brady being able to figure out something enough just to kind of be able to get back on the right track, so to speak, somewhat. You know what I'm saying? You know, maybe they may not be able to, because I got coming into the season, you know, it don't look good right now, but coming into the season, I had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning the Super Bowl. You know, like I said, right now, that don't look too good right now. You know what I'm saying? But it's not impossible. You know what I mean? But the way it's looking right now, that don't look like that's something that. But so even, you know, even if not, even if they weren't to win the Super Bowl, even get to the Super Bowl, I believe in Tom Brady enough to the point to where, you know, I'm going to still give him the benefit of the doubt that they're going to be able to right the ship, so to speak, somewhat offensively, and, you know, be able to conjure up more than 3 points like they did yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, and that just is what it is. But right now, they just not playing well. They signed Julio Jones before the beginning of the year. He was already, you know, it looked already like he was already towards the end of his, you know, the end of his run, even before. But, you know, you're trying to see if, you know, with the departure of Antonio Brown, trying to see if Julio Jones had anything left in the tank. And right now, it's looking like he don't got too much left in the tank, fam. Because he played week 1, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? I think he played in like one more game, but barely, you know. They were saying that, you know, that what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are trying to do is try to, you know, conserve him a little bit right now to have him ready, you know, for you know, the second half of the season and you know, a long run at that time from that point on. You know what I'm saying? So, but Julio Jones, he's injury prone. He's at the end of his career. He's basically done. You know what I mean? Because he can't stay healthy. You know what I mean? If you can't stay on the field, I mean, you know, he went from Atlanta, then he was with Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? And then he was injury prone there, and then now he in Tampa Bay with Tom Brady, and he injury prone there too. So it's probably gonna be his last stop. And so, you know, Rob Gronkowski retired. They keep talking about this nigga like he can. Man, Rob Gronkowski is not coming back, bro. He done, and he shouldn't come back. You know what I'm saying? Like if you done, you done. You know what I'm saying? They keep, you know, Skip Bayless keep talking about he waiting on Rob Gronkowski to make his return. Man, please, you sound stupid, man. This nigga ain't coming back. You know what I mean? He already unretired one time. You know what I'm saying? Essentially for Tom Brady, not just for Tom Brady, because you know he wanted to, you know, I don't think he was ultimately done. He just didn't want to play for New England no more. He didn't want to play up under Bill Belichick no more. So once he got his opportunity to, you know, finally come back and get that last little bit of whatever he had left in the tank out, he did that, you know what I mean, with Brady. And now he's done. You know what I mean? He ain't Tom Brady. I mean, Rob Gronkowski ain't coming back, and he shouldn't come back. So that's that. Mike Evans, great receiver, but as great as he is, he doesn't have the best hands. He has good hands, you know, but he doesn't have elite hands. I've seen him drop a pass or two, throughout his time. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more than you would want your star receiver to drop passes. You know what I'm saying? And he has made big catches. He's a great receiver. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he has horrible hands. I'm just saying he don't have elite hands. You know what I mean? He has good hands, not great to elite. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen him drop too many passes. So, and I say that because I say that to say yesterday, I watched like the second half of that game. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't see the beginning of the game. So I just seen the highlight this morning where the second play of the game, he goes deep. Tom Brady throws a perfect pass, a perfect bomb. Hits him right in his hand. He just dropped it, bro. He would have skipped in the end zone, bro. And the reason why, okay, he dropped a pass. No big deal. Sometimes receivers drop passes. Sometimes quarterbacks throw interceptions. Sometimes running backs fumble. You know what I mean? Sometimes linebackers miss tackles. Sometimes cornerbacks get beat deep, so on and so forth. Sometimes kickers miss field goal attempts. But the reason why it was so significant, and I heard Skip Bayless say this earlier, and I agree with him, is that the way the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have looked this whole year, offense, I mean the whole team, but I'm just speaking on the offense. Because defensively they haven't been as advertised either. You know what I'm saying? They've been a little bit overrated. You know what I'm saying? Because they was getting ran on like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And this is the Carolina Panthers we talking about. It's not a very good team, but they've been struggling, so mightily, right? Which is something that Tom Brady is not used to doing. The offense has been struggling so much that a play like that early in a game where you're playing an inferior team and you got a chance to throw a haymaker right off the bat, quick early in the game, just to kind of, because once that happened, they're not a very good team. They're not gonna continue to they're not gonna give up and just quit. But when you're playing against a team that know that they're not really playing for a whole bunch in the season, all you got to do is hit them in the mouth quick and early, and they're gonna go down. And Mike Evans dropped the pass, and if he converts and if he catches that and walks into the end zone, that's quick, early. We up 7-0. We just threw a bomb, 60-yard, 70-yard touchdown pass, and then you feel like even if everything ain't all fixed with the offense, at least in your mind, in your head, you feel like, okay, we good. Everything is fixed. You know what I'm saying? Because we hitting on all cylinders early in the game. And so to drop that pass, bro, when you wide open like that, and it's a for sure touchdown, it did the exact opposite. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, all the air just goes out of the team like, damn, we really in a funk right now. You know what I'm saying? And then, because even Mike Evans said, he knew he fucked up, and he said it even took him a while, took him a few plays to kind of get over that. The fact that he just dropped basically a wide open touchdown pass. You know what I'm saying? And from there, they couldn't get nothing going. Didn't even score a touchdown, only scored 3 points. And the defense ain't playing well. Carolina's just running all over them. Whoever this nigga is, P.J. Washington, he was the quarterback for the Carolina Panthers because Baker Mayfield is hurt. he was having his way. It's just not looking good for the Buccaneers right now. But I'm the last person I'm gonna give up on is Tom Brady and the team that he's quarterbacking. So yeah, I got to fully see it. I got to see them go down and down hard before I just throw in the towel on Tom Brady and just like, you know what I'm saying? I made a post yesterday, a little funny post just being sarcastic, saying it may be time for Brady to retire. I believe he's done after this year anyway, regardless of whatever. Win the Super Bowl, go 0-17. I feel like after this year, he was going to retire anyway. So, but hey, you never know. Nigga might come back next year. But I'm under the assumption right now that he's going to retire. And I've been feeling like this even before the season started. So, but yeah, the title of this episode is, what's up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? What's up with the Green Bay Packers? And what's up with the Buccaneers? I don't know, man. You know what? It is one little thing I want to say about that, though. Yeah. I forgot. It is one little thing I wanted to say about that. This is one thing I will say. I'm sorry to say it, and because see, with me, I'm about, are you good at the job? Can you do the job? Or can you not? I don't give a damn what color you are. Okay? I want to know if you're good at the job. Okay? You can be turquoise for all I give a damn. Can you do the job? I say that to say Todd Bowles, okay? As a black man, I'd love to see another black man in the head coaching position in the NFL. There's not a lot of them in that position. But it's not something that I overly think about or am concerned about or even really give a fuck about. You know what I'm saying? We all know what it is. But I'm just here to watch sports and watch the game. If the coach that's in charge know what the fuck he's doing and he's good at his job, I don't give a fuck if he's white or black. You know what I'm saying? But I will say that me personally, I just don't really think Todd Bowles is a great head coach. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? I know some of them would, he's a black head coach, man. You're supposed to support him, this and that, blah, blah. I do support him. I'll support him than a motherfucker. But I'll support you if you show that you good at the job, my nigga. That you can do the job. You know what I mean? Not just because you black. You know what I'm saying? That helps. You know what I'm saying? That do help. I ain't gonna, But if you can't do the job, man, get your black ass up out the seat. I don't give a fuck about what color you is. And I feel like Bruce Arians should still be the head coach. Now they keep saying I keep hearing, I don't know how true it is because these niggas be saying a lot of shit that these is tuning. Now I know, Skip used to be in the fields. In his younger days, he used to be in the fields, at games, in the locker rooms and all that shit. Really in the trenches, doing that media work. But Now he just sit on TV and talk, and it's that he earned his way to get to where he at. So I'm not knocking him for that. Nigga get paid millions of dollars a year to sit up there and just talk shit about niggas. He earned that. So I'm not mad at him for that. I'm just saying, a lot of times they be saying hearsay shit or shit that I think it's like this, or I think it's like that, or or how I feel and that type of shit. And same with Shannon. Shannon, okay? Yeah, I mean, you was a player, Hall of Famer. So you know what goes on in locker rooms and how locker rooms are and all that type of shit. You got expertise and and all that. But still, look, I'm saying that because I'm saying that to say that, they keep saying on that show that Tom Brady didn't want Bruce Arians to be the head coach no more. So that's the reason why Bruce Arians ain't the head coach no more. I don't know how true that is. I haven't really heard that being reported nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? And maybe it was at that time, and I'm just forgetting about it, or I didn't hear about it. I'm not saying it wasn't reported. I'm saying I didn't hear about it, and I'll be, kind of tapped in. You know what I'm saying? But so I don't know how true that is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just banking on that and just saying that's factual because Skip Bayless is saying it and Shannon Sharp is backing him up or whatever, agreeing with it. But if it is true, then Tom Brady got to stand on that, and this is his fault. Then you know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem, criticizing my favorite player and saying that, hey, if you wanted Bruce Arians not in that seat no more because you like this is it right here. And then this is the other one. Green Bay Packers. But Tom Brady, if you didn't want Bruce Arians in that seat no more, you made a mistake, brother. you made a mistake because Bruce Arians is the better coach than Todd Bowles. He just is. He's the better coach. So, yeah, that's just what that is. And I don't believe that it went down like that. But like I said, I may be wrong. And if I am, and if it did go down like that, and Tom Brady is the reason why Bruce Arians is now upstairs, and the reason why Todd Bowles is no longer the defensive coordinator and now is the head coach, then that's on Tom Brady. Period. Point blank. That's on Tom Brady, and that's his fault. And he just gotta, he gotta own up to it. You know what I'm saying? It's the reason why the franchises that have consistent, continuous, sustained success over the course of years of 5 to 10 years or more, the reason why they're able to be successful that long is because they don't let the players, no matter how great, legendary, or historical the player is, they don't let that player dictate what, like big decisions like that. Like Steph Curry ain't gonna be able to go to Joe Lacob and be like, yeah, I need Steve Kerr to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? That it's just Joe Lacob is not going to allow that. They don't. That's nah. Your job is to play, brother. Thank you for everything you've done. You turned my you Steph Curry. So don't be just come on now. The same way with the New England Patriots. Now I know Tom Brady ain't there no more. They don't have their franchise quarterback. They waffling their motherfucking quarterback right now tonight in the game that they playing. But I know But Bill Belichick run what's going on over there.
Hey, come back. Baby love.
You know what I'm saying? And so Bill Belichick run what's going on over there with the blessings of Robert Kraft. You know. So with that being said, you know, that's the reason why you know they've been able to have sustained success like that, along with, you know, really, you know, the main thing is Tom Brady. You feel me? What? Matt Ryan benched for the remainder of the season? What the fuck? That's breaking news right there. Did he play that bad? That nigga was just playing good a few weeks ago. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Damn. But yeah, man. You know, Brady, if you know, you can't allow, and I know, you know, they probably feel, you know, indebted to Brady because, you know, he brought the team, not just him alone, but you know what I'm saying? He was the catalyst in bringing the franchise a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they probably feel like they wanted to, you know, and it was like, you know, Bruce Arians is still employed by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's just not the coach. So if that, you know, that did happen, they probably feel, you know, like they owed him one or whatever, even though they didn't. But, you know, but yeah, it's the reason why you don't let the players, if that happened, you don't let players dictate shit, you know, situations and decisions like that. You know what I mean? You can hear out their input, you can hear their suggestions and their, you know, how they feel about something, or, you know, but take that in and along with your own decisions and or along with your own input and, you know, and everybody else's input, and then make the decision. Not just what Brady said, you know what I mean? That nigga need to go upstairs. So shit, man, let's get rid of this nigga. You know what I mean? So to me, if that's what happened, then this kind of the karma for that. You know what I mean? You leave the shit in place how it was when you won a Super Bowl. You don't just, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. So, but yeah, that's that. And if anything, what's going on with Tampa Bay is shit. Listen, I don't like to, I'm not a blame the head coach type of person, but I also know when a team don't have a good coach. You know what I'm saying? I know when a different coach would be better. You know what I mean? So I'm not putting the total blame on Todd Bowles. You know, I'm just saying, to me, he's not a very good coach, and I think that if they had Bruce Arians still there right now, they would have a better record. That's just what I feel. You know what I mean? Maybe it may not be too much better. Maybe instead of being 3-4, they would only be 4-3. But hey, that one win, it's the difference between having a losing record and a winning record. So, you know, hey, that's just what I feel. As far as the Green Bay Packers go, man, I just feel like it kind of seems like what's going on with them right now is they just don't. I feel like Tampa Bay has the talent. You know. Oh, well, another thing I was gonna say too, I forgot. Chris Godwin. To me, I totally think they brought Chris Godwin back too soon. I just do. Like he tore his knee up basically in the final game. It was either the second to the last or the final game of the regular season last year. Okay. This man ain't ready. Wasn't ready. This man wasn't just ready like that at the beginning at week 1. And y'all had this man out there week 1. You know what I'm saying? And then he ended up getting hurt, aggravated some shit, not nothing season ender, and just because he and then had to sit out for a few weeks before he came back a few weeks ago. It's because he wasn't ready. Y'all rushed that man back. You know what I mean? And I'm hearing, you know, Skip Bayless say, hey, you know, he just doesn't look the same. He doesn't look, and Shannon Sharp said it, and I agree with it. They rushed him back. He should have missed at least the first 4 games of this year at minimum. At minimum. The earliest that he should have seen the field this year was week 5, which was 2 weeks ago. That's the earliest he should have debuted this year. Let this man fully heal from that injury, man. And so it's probably because it's not that the injury ain't healed. He probably still ain't, you know, fully there in his head yet. I mean, it's just, I just felt like they brought him back too early. They brought him back too soon. You know what I mean? And now he started out the year and then aggravated some shit week 1. And now he gonna be up and down hurt all year. Because once you get hurt, you don't fully get healthy. They don't in the NFL, you don't get hurt and then you stay out all the way until you 100% and then you come back. Nah, them niggas be coming back at 70%, 75%. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. You know, Tampa Bay just look like they just don't look all in sync right now. But like I said, I'm just holding out hope and still giving them the benefit of the doubt because they got Tom Brady. And that's pretty much it. So yeah. So, you know, we'll see what happens going forward. But they got a few things to work on to try to right the ship, man. But I believe they will. At least I'm still holding out hope. You know, they got a few more weeks to fuck up until I'm like, okay, you know, and really and mainly too is because, like I said, their division. You know, their division is so bad this year that they're probably gonna win it just by default, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but Green Bay Packers, man. To me, like I said, Tampa Bay, what's going on with Tampa Bay? They just not playing well for whatever reason. You know what I mean? And I go to the head coach because he's the only thing that's different from the past 3 years. You know what I mean? He really the only thing that changed is the head coach changed. Everything else is basically the same, not exactly the same, but basically the same. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and then fucking with Green Bay, to me, they're not as talented as they once was. You know what I'm saying? And it's still just taking Aaron Rodgers and the receivers that they still trying to get on the same page and work it out. You know what I'm saying? They getting there. They making slow, little strides, but it's still a few, you know, like I seen 1 or 2 drop passes yesterday of plays that, you know, in the past, somebody like Devontae or Jordy Nelson or, you know, Randall Cobb or even Greg Jennings in his day, you know what I mean, would have made those catches, you know what I mean, or that catch. And these young receivers, they having a little bit of a hard time with it, but it's kind of similar to Tom Brady, to where even though I'm not like no big Aaron Rodgers fan, I'm still going to give the Green Bay Packers somewhat of a benefit of the doubt. I may not give them as big of a doubt, as much of a benefit of the doubt that I give Tampa Bay, just because, for one, the their division it's not too much better, but Minnesota is going to win that division. You know, they like what's in Tampa Bay's favor is that there's nobody playing better than them in their division. You know what I'm saying? Even though, yeah, they lost to Carolina, but I'm saying overall, you know what I mean? In the NFC, what is that? The NFC Central? In the NFC Central, I think that's the name of the fucking division. You got the NFC East, NFC West, NFC South. Oh, the NFC North, I believe. So the NFC North, with the Packers, the Vikings, the Lions, and I forget who the other team is in there. I know what team is in there. It's just slipping my mind right now. But now I got to think about that. Detroit Lions. Oh, Chicago Bears. You know. So yeah. You know, it's really the only team that the Green Bay Packers really got to look out for is Minnesota. And Detroit they're playing hard. They I feel like their record should be a little bit better than what they, because they playing hard and they playing great. They just not getting the results. They just not getting the wins. But still, the fact of the matter is they're still losing. So, you know, Green Bay ain't gonna have to worry. You ain't got to worry about Detroit, and you don't got to worry about Chicago. Okay, so only team that they looking at is Minnesota. So, but still, that's better than Tampa Bay, who they ain't looking up at nobody. You know what I'm saying? And with how bad Tampa Bay is playing, they still ain't looking up to nobody. They ain't looking up to the Saints. They ain't looking up to, even though the Panthers just beat them. They not looking up. They not looking up to them. You know what I'm saying? They and they're not looking up to the Atlanta Falcons. So Green Bay, because they have a little bit of a tougher division, or just at least that one team that they got to worry about, and the fact that I don't think that they are as talented as the Buccaneers are, I don't give them as much of a benefit of the doubt that I give the Buccaneers. But still, they still got Aaron Rodgers. And it's still too many games left in the season for me to just say, okay, the Packers are done. They don't look good, same way with Buccaneers right now. But yeah, I'm gonna just continue to wait and see with that. But that's just what I see going on with them. I just see what I see. What's up with them? With the Green Bay Packers is they're not as talented, at the skill positions that they may have been in the past. Aaron Rodgers is a little bit older. You know what I mean? You got to, keep that in mind too. And yeah, they just and their receivers are still trying to get fully on target with and on the same page as Aaron Rodgers. Not that they're not on the same page all the time. It's just still, when I watch them, I still see that there can still be still needs to be some improvements with that, chemistry wise or whatever. And then other times though, it's not even really that. It's just they're not as talented, so they're dropping passes and shit. You know what I mean? I'm still seeing some drop passes. So you got that element right there. But that's basically it. It's just interesting with these two teams because, these are two teams that, before the season, one could easily say this is going to be the NFC Championship. You know what I mean? Buccaneers versus Packers. It was the NFC Championship 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So it's still two of the premier quarterbacks in the league. Tom Brady was voted the best player in the league coming into this season. So, yeah. It's just and it's just weird this year, man, because it's teams that, like I said, like we're talking about, like the Packers and the Buccaneers, that we think should have the records that the New York Giants or the New York Jets have. You see what I'm saying? Like shit like that. Like, it's just weird this year. You know what I mean? It's still enough time to, see how it's gonna pan out. But right now, man, it's we'll see. We'll see how it goes, man. And I'm just trying to make sure I got everything that I wanted to cover. But Memphis is trying to pull away from Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Brooklyn had a little lead there I believe at the start of the second half, but Memphis is from what I've been watching since I've been talking to y'all, Memphis is shooting the lights out. You know what I mean? They up 12 now. But yeah, man. It's just one of those things to where it's any given Sunday. You know what I'm saying? You never know. You just never know how this thing gonna go, how this thing gonna roll. And yeah, I would have never thought that. It's like I said, this is Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers here. You know what I mean? This is Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. So that's what's making it up, because it's like both of these teams at the same. It'd be one thing if one of these teams was playing like this, but they're both legendary quarterbacks, all-time great quarterbacks, who are a bit older, and one a lot older, but and their offenses are kind of having similar issues. You know what I mean? At the same time. So, and they got the same exact record. You know what I mean? So it's just weird how that's happening like that right now with these two. But yeah, that's basically it, man. I mean, that's my summary on what I see. Like I said, I see the Buccaneers just not in rhythm, not in sync, just not all there. You know what I mean? They got a different head coach, and maybe that got something to do with it. But they just not clicking. You know what I'm saying? They should be clicking, and they just not. So it's kind of a little bit of a mystery there. But it's just they kind of still in that. Okay, like me, they people, a lot of people still giving them that benefit of the doubt kind of treatment. You know what I'm saying? And then with the Packers, the talent ain't there like it is for the Buccaneers. They just You know, I mean, that's what it is. You know, for them, it's for the Buccaneers, the talent is there. They just not playing well. For the Packers, the talent ain't there. So because of it, they're not playing well. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. That's pretty much all I got to say on the matter. I'm still going to give both of these squads, you know, some rope and some leeway to say, hey, you know, it's week 7. If these motherfuckers end up being like 4-7 or 4-8, okay, then by that time, you know, it still wouldn't be completely over, but it would basically be, you know, I'm looking at both of these teams are 3-4 with Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. I'm looking at, and that's after 7 games. I'll say another 5 games. I'm looking at these teams being 7-6. Let me see. 3-4, another 5 games. 7, 6, 6. I'll say the next 5 games. The next 5 games, if both teams go 3-2, that'll give them a record of 6-6. After 12 games, they'll be 500 at 6-6. That's okay. That ain't great. But I don't want to just go out on a limb and say over the next 5 games they gonna go 4-1 after how they've been playing in past fucking 2-3 weeks and shit. You know, but I guess that's part of giving them the benefit of the doubt. You know, 4-1. I believe Tampa Bay could go 4-1 over the next 5 games. I just do. Not saying it's gonna happen, but I got belief in Tom Brady like that. Not that I don't have belief in Aaron Rodgers because he's a great quarterback as well, but I guess I have less belief in his team. 4-1. 7-5. So if either one of these teams or both go 4-1 over the next 5 games, then they'll be 7-5 after 12 games. And that'll be more along the lines of getting back on track. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking more along the lines of that of both of these teams going either 3-2 or 4-1 over the next 5 games, riding the ship somewhat and ending up 6-6 or 7-5. 6-6 is better than 3-4 because 3-4 is a game under 500, and that's where they both at right now. So even though 6-6 ain't great, it's just okay. It still is an improvement, and it'll say that out of those next 5 games, you won more of them than you lost, even though it was 3-2. Still, you know what I mean? It's headed in the right direction. You know what I mean? 3-2 is better than 3-4. So I'm gonna say 6-6, 7-5. You know, and we just gonna do it like that, man. Snacks on Sports. I'm going though, man. I'm gonna talk about these Lakers next, man. I mean, or at least coming up. You know, it may be. I got a few other things I want to talk about too. I still want to talk about this Aaron Judge, you know, single season American League home run record that he broke of Roger Maris and how that, you know, relates to Barry Bonds and all, you know, how they trying to say that's the real home run record and all that other shit, which is bullshit. Barry Bonds is the home run king. So shout out to Aaron Judge, no disrespect to him, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just, you know, I'm just saying. But yeah, I wanted to do a topic on that. And I still wanted to do a topic on Tua and his head injury, but I don't know. I think I may have lost my time with that now. And anyway, I spoke on it. I spoke on it within other different topics as well, addressing, the NFL. So if I don't do a topic on that, I kind of spoke on it here or there anyway. So it's getting kind of feisty in the Nets and Grizzlies game. But yeah, we'll see how it go. But you definitely, we in the NBA season now, so boy, they on Russell Westbrook helmet. Boy, I just got through doing two episodes on him, and they proving me right every damn day. But yeah, I gotta talk about these Lakers. So I might have a few Lakers topics coming up. Y'all see how trash they look. So yeah, I'm gonna probably do a episode on them tomorrow before they play again on Wednesday. But yeah, Snax on Sports. I'm gone, man. I'll be back at you bitches in a minute, man.